In this Biology 150 video, I'm going to show you how to calculate a standard deviation by programming it into Excel, and then we're going to look and see how to do it using Excel's built-in data analysis package. So this is the same data set that you have. I've just copied the jaw length data here for the various females down here for this example. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to take my actual data and subtract the mean. So I can do that. So what the way I'm going to set this up is we're going to calculate the variance first, and then take the square root of the variance to get the standard deviation. So this is equal to cell A17 minus the mean, which I calculated earlier, which is here in cell C12. C12. So that's the difference, and I can highlight that, copy it, and then I can paste that formula into all of these cells. And I did that just to show you that when you do that, what Excel will do by default is not only will it increase the value that you're seeing here in column A from A17 to A18 to A19 to A20, etc., but it's going to do the same with column C. So we started off in C12 where we find the mean, but then it went to C13 where we don't have anything, and then it went to C14 where we don't have anything. So what we want to do is we want to tell Excel, hey, stay on cell C12. We do that by setting an absolute reference, and in Excel that's done by putting this $sign there. So now C12 won't change, so let's just recopy and then repaste that formula in. And so here we see that everything stayed with C12 and it looks good. So we want to now square the value that we have in these in this column of B17 through B24. So I can do that over here, which I have it set up label-wise for. So this is cell B17 times cell B17. And this one I can just copy and paste all the way down. And you can click through here and then look, you see the actual formula is shown for you up here in this display window. So you see all that. I want to get the sum of these because if you remember the formula for calculating a variance, we find the difference between your data point and the mean. We square that difference, then we sum that difference. That's our sum of squares. Then we divide by n-1 for a sample standard deviation. So to get the sum of squares here, I'm just going to take equals the sum of all of these numbers. And n, I can either count them manually. Here there's 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here there's 8, or if I had a lot, Excel has a function to count this. So let's look and see what it is. It's called count. And we just highlight how many of these we have. And so Excel counts them and says you have 8. So to get the variance now of a sample, I'm going to divide this number by this number minus 1. So of course you can do that now in Excel. Probably without my help. This is C26 divided by the value I see in C8 minus 1. And I'm going to put parentheses around that. So the variance 7.14 and the standard deviation, that's not right. Look, C8. So I made a typing mistake here. I apologize. C27 minus 1. So my variance is 84.61. And then to get the standard deviation, I just need to take the square root. SQRT is the name of that function in Excel, the square root of that value, C28. Close parentheses. And there I go. So my standard deviation, when I do it by hand, is 9.19. Excel has a built-in function for this if you didn't want to go through setting up this little data table. Of course, this can be automated. And where you're going to find this is under the Data tab. And And so you click on the Data tab, and then it's over here called Data Analysis. Now, if you've never installed the Data Analysis pack, you'll have to install it. How do you do that? You install it by going to this button here, this Office button, clicking, and then Excel Options. This is a data analysis add-in, so add-ins are here. And then if you've never installed it again, it'll probably be in this list, Inactive Application Add-ins. Find the one called Analysis Tool Pack, select it, and then click OK, and it'll install into your machine. I've already got it, so I click Cancel. So I'm going to do the data analysis, and you can see there's all kinds of different things that you can choose. I might have some more options than what shows up in yours, but the one you need to find is Descriptive Statistics. Highlight that and click OK. Now it's already found the input range. I've been working with this, so it might not already find it in yours. So let's delete it just so you can see what it looks like. It's asking you, what do you want to take the descriptive statistics of? So make sure the cursor is blinking in that input range box, and then just highlight the data that you want to take the descriptive, that you want to get the descriptive statistics from. It is grouped in a column, and there are no labels, so leave this box unchecked. Where do I want to have the output come into? By default, it'll be selected for new worksheet. And that'll put it into a new worksheet like we have down here when we created the female data. I don't want that this time. I want to put it in a cell that I'm going to select so we can see these side by side. So I want to put it here in E15. Okay? And then yours, when you start this, the summary statistics will be unselected. I would like you to select it. That's the kind of statistics that we want to see. Now press OK. And so here's all the data, right? And so let's just compare. It has the mean 87.915. Hey, that's the mean we calculated earlier. It has some other interesting things here, like the range 30.1. That's telling me the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. Pretty neat. And then the variance we calculated by our program to be 84.61. And look at this, the variance 84.61. And then the standard deviation 9.19, 9.19. So everything checks out. Pretty neat.